We have a very special guest with us this morning, Nicholas McCarthy. He was born with only one hand, but that did not stop him to become a super pianist. I can call it a super pianist because he's ranking right up there with the top pianists in the world. And he's also the first single-handed pianist to graduate from the Royal College of Music in London, which is a phenomenal achievement. And we have him live on the show this morning because he brings his tour to South Africa. Nicholas, dude, welcome to Expresso. It's so great to be catching up with you, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Great. I've been following you on Twitter. You're a very, very busy man. Hey?
I like to keep busy.
Because you literally just flown in, what, yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday morning, yeah.
And that's after following a performance in London at Cheltenham.
That's right, yeah. So
How did that go?
Yeah, lovely. It's a lovely venue. But it was. I was so excited to come to South Africa because I've always wanted to come. So yeah.
So it's your first time here in South Africa.
Absolutely.
I mean, you must be looking forward to your little tour around the country.
I know, but it's great because I've always wanted to come, but now I'm actually performing and getting to see the country at the same time. So it's best of both worlds, really.
So do you have any plans of what you want to do in between your performances? What do you want to see?
Well, as I'm in Cape Town, I'd like to do the tourist things. You know, go up Table Mountain and then go to the beaches and things. So that would be good. And then I'm off to Durban and then Johannesburg. So I can get to see the sights.
Oh man, you're gonna love your time here. But you're starting it off right here with us. I just need you to say something you told me a little bit earlier off air. That's what the most organised breakfast show you've been on. What?
Well, that's what I did say. Yeah, I do like the organisation here in Expresso. I must admit.
Ah man, I love your honesty. Let's talk a bit about you and how you got into music. Because born with only your left hand, I mean, thinking that you are going to be ending up playing an instrument like the piano, which is not easy at all. How did you get into it?
Well, obviously, it's not the first thing you'd think of doing if you were born with one hand. So, I mean, I saw a friend of mine playing a Beethoven piano sonata when I was 14, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I just decided at that point that is what I wanted to do for a career.
At 14?
Yeah, at 14, which is very late for any instrument to start to play. So that's what I decided, and I just went for it and practiced hard, and so far I've obviously succeeded.
So I mean, it must have been quite a challenge. I mean, just starting to play and learning, I mean, how to just use your left hand to play all these notes.
Left-hand alone repertoire is very specific because it's written obviously just for the one hand, and which is great for me. It's exactly written for my needs.
Yeah.
And it's very virtuosic as well. So the problems there is it's very difficult. There's no easy beginner pieces. You're kind of thrown straight in at the deep end. So that was obviously a problem when I was studying. But again, you can get through it. I just had to work extra hard.
But you knew this is what you want to do,
Absolutely.
And you clearly have passion. And you had a big support structure from friends, family, or were there people out there saying to you, man, you know, this dream of yours is great and all, but you know, be realistic?
I had great support from my family and friends. Obviously, my parents, got me a piano teacher, and I think a lot of parents would have, persuaded me not to take up the piano, whereas my parents didn't. My friends were very supportive, but I remember when I wanted to audition for a piano school, and they just outright turned me down, and I didn't even get an audition.
Really?
They were just like, you can't play the piano, we won't do it. So, of course, I've had my knockbacks, but I think if you remain positive and you just focus on something, I think, and luckily I did that and got to where I wanted to be.
And at one stage, you became so good that your folks actually thought it was the stereo playing in your room, but actually was you.
That's right, yeah. I used to have my digital piano upstairs because I could obviously practice in my room and everything. And I was playing, and my dad shouted upstairs, "Nick, turn the radio down." And I shouted down, and I was like, "Dad, it's me." And then I was a bit like secretly, happy and excited though.
Must have made you feel great.
It did, yeah. I think for me that was probably the first time where I thought, oh, I might be quite good at this.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, you performed across the UK, London. You are travelling now a little bit more as well. What are your plans, especially for this year? What do you want to achieve?
Well, there's quite a lot going on in 2013, actually. I've got my second album, which I'm currently recording, so that's going to be released. I've got obviously my UK tour as well, once I finish my South African tour. And I'm in talks with doing a documentary as well for Channel 4 over in the UK. So lots of things to keep me busy, which would be good.
Exactly. Let's talk a bit about your tour here in South Africa. You're going to be here in Cape Town, Durban, and also in Johannesburg?
That's right, yeah. So I start off Cape Town, which is this Saturday, it's the 9th. And then I fly to Durban, that's on the 13th. And then finish in Johannesburg on the 15th. And all tickets are available through CompuTickets. So.
Yes. All right. So you have to get your tickets there. You want to see this guy. So it's one night only.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, one night only. 3-city tour, which is great.
Awesome. One more thing that I think is very, very impressive is that you played with or shared the stage with Coldplay at the Paralympics last year. Talk to me about that, because that must have been a phenomenal, mind-blowing experience.
It was just surreal, especially as a classical pianist, because you obviously don't get to kind of go on with these big, huge bands, someone like Coldplay. So it was an amazing experience to be sat at the piano and have Chris Martin from Coldplay sat right next to me, kind of, singing in front of 86,000 people at the stadium. So it was just a memory that I'm going to, take with me forever. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Oh, fantastic. And you yet need to find, hopefully this performance this morning is going to top that, I hope. I don't know. But Nicholas is going to be playing us a lovely piece of music just after the break. You don't want to miss it. He is absolutely phenomenal. Stay tuned.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso on SABC3. Just before the break, we spoke to Nicholas McCarthy. He's one of the very few single-handed pianists in the world. Absolutely fantastic at his craft. And right now, he's about to perform for us. Nicholas, so tell me a bit about the performance that you're going to be doing for us right now.
So this is just a short extract from one of my favourite pieces, which I'll be performing in my shows. It's Gershwin's The Man I Love.
Gershwin's The Man I Love. Nicholas, take it away. Can't wait to hear it. Wow. There we go. Well done. That was absolutely incredible. That is true skill. Nicholas, thank you so much. He's going to be with us the whole morning. Stay tuned. But right now, let's head over to the kitchen. Andrea's cooking a very, very healthy recipe. Don't go anywhere.